What's up, guys? Trying to get some music on right now. Oh, wow. What's up, Brian? Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? All right, so today's just going to be like a quick one where I recently posted. If you guys had any questions, happy to answer it here. What's up, Yam? I won't be at the Bleecker next week. It's a lot of traveling for me right now. Got other responsibilities I got to take care of. Let's get started. Let me look for this community post that I did very recently. But yeah, overall, got back from the National on Sunday, and so tiring. You know what I mean? So much going on. There's like unfinished deals too, so got to finish those off as well. But it's been quite a ride. Been wearing a mask at home, away from family. That's been an ordeal for sure. All right, so let me go through some of the comments here. So I asked, hey, I just came back from the biggest sports card show in the world. Post your questions in the comments and I'll do a Q&A video soon. And here I go. Carter, big pickups. Let me see. Biggest pickup? Probably, I think. So I did a quick video on it. Smacks, I really like. Orange out of 25. And then probably this one. The Jordan. Got these from awesome folks. Okay, so let's get started with the questions. First question was, how did the attendees feel about the location of the show, and how do you think a West Coast, LA, or Bay Area national would be received? Please let me know your thoughts. So I heard that there's like a strong preference for East Coast locations by the organizers of the event. I don't know what exactly the beef is, but that's the preference. And so next year it's going to be in Atlantic City, near New Jersey. Obviously, I think more than like LA or Bay Area, if they have a show going on in Vegas, right? If you think about that, if they have a show in Vegas, I think that would be like just another level. Like even in Chicago, I think people came like really for the show and they didn't really go outside of that like half a mile radius. But if you do it in Vegas, there's like so much more entertainment and things like that. So somebody's got to do it. Somebody should put out a show in Vegas. I think that would be dope. So yeah, moving on to that's true, Carter. If it's in Vegas, I mean it'll definitely be more exciting. Wow, look at that insider information shared by Brian here. There's a Vegas show in October. I guess I'll be there. 400 tables. Jesus. God. So there you go. So for you, Cucamonga sports card collector, there's a Vegas show. Let's go. We have a live question. What are your thoughts on upcoming grading companies that can compete with PSA? Let me tell you, at the National, I haven't seen, it was either PSA, BGS, or Raw. I think this whole like movement of like SGC and HGA is probably healthy, that you're not just giving, the prize to one or two winners, but I think that's just the market right now. Like it's not going to change for a while, I think. PSA BGS dominance, right? All right, next question from the community post. How was your experience like trying to negotiate or converse? Does being well known within a community change the way people interact or deal cards with you? First of all, I don't think I'm well known. There's so many other like people who are well known because of their channels or because of what they do for the community or simply because of their collection. I mean, there were people like if you say Grant, everybody knows who Grant is. I've never seen his face, but I even know who Grant is. Things like that. He's like the best, one of the best Kobe collectors. I think Croatian Twins is another one that I've never met him, but I know what kind of cards he has. I don't think he made it to the national, but yeah. So first of all, I don't think I was like, like well known or anything like that. But for those of you who did come by and say hi, I really appreciated that. Especially those of you guys with the hat on, that was really cool. That I did the giveaway for 3,500 subs. That was really cool. But yeah, I mean, trying to negotiate and have that like kind of novel conversation, I don't think it changes for me. I would do the same way. I would treat everybody the same. I would interact the same way, even if it's someone I know for a long time or if it's someone brand new, whatever it is. I don't think that really mattered. Third question, the national was epic this year. One question, what was one thing you were expecting that didn't happen in terms of buying or selling? That's a very good question. To be honest, I didn't think that there were going to be so many raw cards transacted. And it's not just, like the minor sports, like even in higher end basketball, higher end football, like NT's Flawless. Yeah, they were being traded raw, which was cool. Even though there was a grading service right on site, right? So that was really interesting, right? So I wonder if like you can negotiate better because they're raw and you can kind of argue that they're not gonna jam or whatever. But that was really cool. That people were willing and wanting to trade things without the PSA and BGS, stickers on it. So that was cool. Let's see. Next question. I see an uptick with F1 cards post nationals. Were people looking more for Sapphire or Topps Chrome or based on drivers? John Kwok. What's up, John? I actually think there's more demand for Topps Chrome right now. I don't know why. I think Topps Chrome waxes are more expensive than the Sapphire wax right now too. I don't know why. Maybe it's the auto chase. Maybe it's the the availability, like the quantity available. Maybe. Yeah, but I definitely felt like it was like, for example, like I'm guessing numbers here. If there were 100 people looking for F1s, like good F1 cards, and usually, like right now, I would say majority of people who are looking for F1s, they're not like the typical flippers you see in other sports where you get it today and then you sell it tomorrow for like a 10-20% margin. They're not that. They actually like watch the sport and they like want to collect whoever they like. I would say that's the majority of the market. And so so if there were 100 of us trying to look for a good card, like a good refractor or like an auto or like a patch for a dynasty, I think there were 5 people selling it. Like 5 people who had those cards and were willing to listen to offers. I think that was the issue. So like I think even though that's like small number of people, the grand scheme of things, what like 100,000 over people attending the national, I think it's enough kind of fire to get people going. And then you have like Sasha and Lou who have like big presence in the market in the younger generations. Like if they buy like a Lewis Hamilton variation, it also helps with the buzz, right? Okay, let's I think I saw some live questions. Let's see. Uh, hey, do you have tips for starting a channel? Also, big fan from Canada. What's up, Alexander? Tips? Just get started. Just start with your first video. I started with an iPhone, and for some of you guys who've watched the channel since the beginning, I started with an iPhone with no audio support, and so the audio was terrible. But that's how it got started. And some of the feedback I get from my closer friends is to be more excited on the videos, and I tell them that's me trying to be excited. So there you go. Thanks for checking out my how to start a card store video. What's up, Matthew? Yeah. For those of you who want to start a store, that's impressive. To want to do that and to be able to execute on that, go check out Matthew's video. Yeah, Carter, I didn't see much Sapphire, I think. Although I sold all my Sapphire Raws. So there was definitely demand for it. I sold all of mine, my Sapphire Raws, both like the base and like the inserts and all that at the trade night at Lowe's, which is cool. Jimmy, too much demand at the national prices were really stupid. I agree. Like, perhaps you could have gotten a better deal if you just kind of scanned eBay for certain cards you were looking for. Like, I had friends who did trades that seemed a little bit more expensive. But I kind of see it as, because I think there were more trades being done than like straight cash transaction, right? As with every show. And how I kind of see it is like, let's say in your kitchen, right? You have this like, I don't know, mixer sitting there that you don't use anymore, or like you don't like anymore. But then somebody has like a really nice oven that you want, but then they need a mixer. So you like do a trade. Doesn't matter like what you value the mixer as long as you kind of get what you were looking for and you give away what you didn't really need. That's how I take it. I don't know if that's a stupid analogy, but take it or leave it. John, peace. I'll be at the Vegas show for sure since I live there. Nice. Yeah, I'll see you there too. Jimmy, when does PSA open back up? They're open. It's just they won't do some of the lower services, but they're open. They were wide open at the show, I'll tell you. Modern soccer cards future from India. Wow. What's up? Numismatics. Cool name. Modern soccer. I think the younger, like Mbappe, Haaland, Foden, they'll probably come back a little bit. But if you bought modern cards of like Kane, Kane is still young too, but if you just bought like modern cards and that was all your collection, I would try to diversify that right now. Personal finance dad. Hey, what's up? Try to say hey at the national, but you were in the middle of a deal. Enjoy your channel. Thanks so much. I thought that Neo said you were going to be at the trade night, so I wanted to say hi too, but didn't see you. Although the trade night was packed. It was like insane. Like I could barely breathe. But yeah, hopefully I can see you at a show in the future. What's up, Christian? John, any tips to get my 14-year-old daughter into sports card? Right now, she has zero interest. Well, first of all, if she likes any sports, right, whether it's tennis, soccer, gymnastics, hopefully, she's watching some of the Olympics games. If she watches any of those, that's an easy target. Ask her who her favorite player is, gift her one of her cards or his cards, and the rest will be history. I saw so many young kids, both girls and boys, at the show with their parents. That was super cool. Thoughts on Topps Chrome versus Bowman Chrome for better long-term investment? I think you're talking about baseball. I know nothing about baseball. I'm sorry. R90, what's up? Glad to have seen you in person with Sam. Thoughts? Highlight of the National? Definitely trade night. Definitely trade night. Hands down. And I only went to one of them. Big mistake. Will the Summit show in Vegas be good to attend? Love what you collect. Is that the show Brian was talking about earlier? The Vegas show in October with 400 tables? Yeah. Anything in Vegas is a good idea. Denali. More F1 hype this time around. Honestly, I wish the hype dies down a little bit because right now it's hard to get some of these cards that I like. So I hope it kind of gets quieter during summer break. And then once the races come back, I think the next race is like August 29 at the end of the month. Max, let's go. John, if she likes soccer, oh my gosh. Yeah, I just have this right on my computer here. Start her off with women's soccer. Can't go wrong. Magic Mike. People seem to jump from one hot thing to another these days. People were going crazy months ago about Star Stock. Then it was NBA Top Shot. From modern basketball to vintage, now to F1. What's next? You tell me. I mean, I think it's how would you say? I think it's a little bit outdated to say like, oh, like young people these days, like they're just not able to stick to one thing and they just jump from one to the other. And I think that's not inaccurate. I think that's partially correct. But that's the change that you have to kind of accept that I'm trying to get used to as well. Like the whole Wall Street bets, that's the whole idea, right? Who's talking about Wall Street bets these days? But hey, people who learn from it, they learn from it. People who were in it, they were in it. People who were just observing, like myself, we were just observing. That's just like kind of, I think, change of generation that I at least try to understand better and like respect too. It's just different from the older generation, right? Let's see. Did you get a national black box too? Tons of it's people opening them. Yeah, no, I didn't. But yeah, those looked good. I didn't get it though. Patient. What are your experiences on PSA grade review or PSA crossover to BGS? Any success? Have a PSA 9, but maybe huge if I could get it bumped to BGS 9.5 or 10. Don't do it. Let me tell a story. I won't name the names because it's like quite a story. This person had like a LeBron, like 06 or 07, like a patch, I think, rookie or something. It was BGS 9.5, quad 9.5s. No, kidding. 2 10s and 2 9.5s. Saw his friend able to cross over from 9.5 to a PSA 10 at the show, right? Because it's a day turnaround, so you get the card pretty quickly. And he got really hyped up, bought the card for like 20-some K, and he knew that if it's a PSA 10, he could sell for 50K or so. So he sent it to PSA the same day he bought the card, cracked it open, sent it over. You won't believe what grade it came back at. Not a 9, not a 8, not a 7, not a 6, 5. It came back a 5. How that happened, I don't know. Like, I didn't see the card, but they were saying there could have been some damage done during the grading, but you can't defend that. You don't have any evidence. He didn't take like pictures of it, all the corners and stuff like that. But hypothesis is PSA messed up the card while grading it, which happens now and then. Like you've probably seen it all over social media, like on Twitter and stuff, where like during grading it gets dinged or whatever and came back a 5. You don't want to be that person. So if you have a PSA 9, hold it, man. Don't do BGS. Don't do that. Yeah. Sapphire wax for F1 right now, I think it's going for 800 plus. I think Topps Chrome is more expensive. I'm telling you, it's really weird, but that's just higher demand probably. Oh, I see. So the Vegas show is in toys, entertainment, shoes, and cards. So it's everything. It's not like sports card show. Good to know. Kendall, when trading, what's a common percentage compared to eBay comp value wise? If trading into bigger, do you usually get full comp on TV, on trade value, or the same 70-80% as if you were selling? I think it really depends. So if you right now are trying to move, what's a good example? Like if you're trying to move a Joel Embiid card right now, you might get 70% at best at a dealer table. But when you try to move right now, like a good quarterback, like Tom Brady, a good one, Mahomes, like these guys, for trade value, you might be able to get closer to 90 to 95%. Depends on grades and depends on all that too, but like it really depends on what is being sought after by that dealer and the market. And typically dealers want cards that are movable. So think about that. And plus, if your comp is from like 2 months ago, because it's a rare card, that's also, that swings the pendulum quite a bit. Okay, I got 2 minutes left before I have to go. But David Chang, hi, I'm a huge fan and a fellow believer. How do you stand as a witness in this secular money craze market? I try not to be money crazy. I feel very thankful for where I am right now in life. Definitely don't feel like I deserve it or like I'm entitled to it, but I'm very thankful and I'm trying to stay level-headed through the ups and downs. Not making money like the end game kind of thing. Let's see, Mark. Do you think grading some of these new soccer cards like Topps Chrome and Mosaic Era would be good to grade with SGC? Like, what's your goal, right, with grading? To keep? No, don't grade it. If you want to flip them, sure, but you're not going to get the value increase that you'll see with like PSA grading. Right? Okay, 1 more minute. GI. Lie. Do you think Gary Vee hyped 86 NBA cards when he said that he will buy the cards at the National, then he never showed up at all? I think he said like something personal came up, so I don't think he intended not to come up. Like if he actually didn't want to come, but then he like said that he was going to, I don't think he would ever do that. Like he said in multiple podcasts that he's really very excited about the National, but I'm sure like something actually came up, right? So I don't think he like hyped it up for no reason. John, why aren't the colored track tags like gold, orange, and red getting more love? Everyone loves the insert. Opportunity. Noah, saying hey from the F1 card Discord. We all love your content. What's up, Noah? Thank you. BTS Hannah, can you hype up my Zella F2 card? Zoe, I mean, like if in the Asia market, Zoe and Yuki are like insane right now for F1. Talatiga, what was your overall takeaway? See you at Atlantic City 2022. That's my takeaway. How do you manage your time with kids? Gotta compartmentalize like really well. Like you have to like focus your mind. If you're like doing this, if I'm doing this right now, this is all I think about. And then when I'm with my family, that's all I think about. Like I don't try to have like 3 different things hovering over my head. Let's see. Alexander, sort of like BGS 10 pieces. Yeah. Brian, does Suni Lee have a card? I don't think so. Not that I've seen. But she's cool. I think, where is she from? She's from Her parents are from, God, I'm forgetting the country's name, but close by to home. Oh crap, I have to go. This is what happens when you try to squeeze in a live like in the middle of the day, but then you have like other stuff going on. Oh, R90, good question. I'll respond to you separately on that one, on the flagship for F1. Let's see, Tom. Seeing you were live, so had to stop by and say what's up. Your hats are sick. Thanks for the support. Okay. I like Yuki better than Zoe because I want to live in Japan and all that spiel, but we can talk about that later. But guys, thanks so much for attending. It was a little bit short of 30 minutes. So sorry about that. But should I do more lives like this? I like it. But I like all these questions though. It's very interesting. But yeah, overall National was a one time, like it was one crazy event. One thing though, I had a crazy interview with this crazy collector, but my stupid Bluetooth mic wasn't on. But I'm gonna I like begged them for another interview, so it's gonna happen. It'll be posted up hopefully sometime next week. You guys are gonna hint Kobe collectors. You're gonna just drool all over this. It's oh my god, he is absolutely insane. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.